Jackie. The roosters are already up. Hello, beautiful souls. Autumn is officially here. Happy autumn equinox. We'll take you on a quick tour because even though the days are getting shorter and the nights are growing longer, it is still so full and abundant here. And we have been launching lots of wonderful programs. Looking off the back side of our chicken coop is the maternity ward, sitting empty now with just some of our silkies that hatched out some eggs. Our apple orchard, our test plot, and we have a new pup down there, Samwise. We lost a couple apple trees this year and have a really, really poor harvest. But that is exactly why it is a test plot, to learn what will grow and what will not. We are in this transition season of summer garden to autumn garden with a whole lot of weeds in here that we just can't keep up with. Showdown. And scanning around to the other side. our processing area. We are very thankful to have put 2 pigs in the freezer this season, as well as we culled our roosters and our laying hens going into their 3rd year. So the freezer is literally, our chest freezer is as full as it could possibly be, which means our compost bin is going to be filling up as well. But eggs are not abundant this time of year because those going into their 2nd winter are on a molt.
We are raising chicks for forage. They go and they swine dance. Today we are moving chicks from the inside voodoo to the outside voodoo. They're going to live in here till they get all of their scapular feathers in. Can you put them in? These are their wing feathers and these are their scapular feathers. I marked mine black and Lucas marked his green so we can keep track of them. We have our boat already. He was sticks up and food and water and new bedding. We gave them non-GMO food that was milled locally and heat plates, not heat bulbs, because it's a little more safer.
You need help?
Put him on my shoulder and have him pull his out of my back. Sam! He's eating the poop!
Oh, Samwise.
That's where you wanted to go. Yes, under the heat breathers. Under the heat breathers. Why not?
I'm gonna dump their brooders in the compost. In July, we often enter this season of complete overwhelm with the garden, and that is exactly when we start needing to be thinking about things like the autumn garden and starting to plant that. So we actually have some things, but not as many things as I could have. And we're starting to get a flushing of green beans coming out, so that is pretty exciting. Let's head over to the greenhouse. Welcome. We are officially coming back alive here in the greenhouse. We are still getting temperatures above 100 on a consistent day. As long as there is sun in the sky, it's getting over 100. So it's this tricky time where we plant, hoping for season extension, but you just never know what frost is going to be or how cold it's going to be. So we're hopeful, we're optimistic, and that's all you can be in a garden and with our greenhouse. But we have a lot of plants to plant this autumn to get into the ground, and we have a lot of plants that are about ready to become abundant in the months ahead. To be truthful, when I started on my seeds, I labeled everything. They had labels. And then when I planted in the greenhouse, I just planted where there was spacing. And I also planted right where there was the drip irrigation coming down. So we have, this is a Jericho romaine, but this is a cabbage. We have 4 different kinds of cabbages planted. We have different kinds of bok choys planted. We still have peppers coming in strong. Some of them I'm going to try to overwinter. Lemongrass coming in strong. The stevia is now going to seed, and we are going to let that go to seed so that it can reproduce for next year. Again, I don't even know what all of these are, these different ones. I do know that I planted 3 different kinds of kale, and I was really excited for this dinosaur kale back here. And we had grasshoppers came in and took them all out and demolished them, but they didn't eat the others. You can see a little bit of damage over here too with something else in the cole crop family. It's a cabbage, broccoli. I planted cauliflower too. So we will see. And some of these beds over here, we have ginger coming in strong, turmeric coming in strong. We've been harvesting that with our herbalism classes. Forest Kindergarten harvested that, and we'll be making capes for Michaelmas. We have alpine strawberries over here. This was another experiment. We normally plant peas really early in the year to get that early advantage because it's warm in here. And I thought, why not? Let's plant them later. But they obviously do not like how hot it is in here. It is way too hot for the peas and they are dying. We'll just keep playing with the dates each year and gamble with Mother Nature. And one of these times it's bound to be a success. All kinds of peppers still coming on strong. In this bed, my daughter planted it all with kohlrabi. They absolutely love kohlrabi, as well as our forest homeschoolers love kohlrabi. So we will be sharing that bed with them. We have a few tomatoes here. Our tomatoes did get mosquitoes. Ooh, they're bad in here. They're not bad outside of the garden, but they're bad in here. Our tomatoes did get a blight, and I just got rid of them. I know once you get blight, there's really no saving them, and we don't use any kind of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, not even the organic kind. So I just got rid of them and put something else in place of the tomatoes. But a few of them were looking good. We saved them, and honestly, our indeterminate harvest from tomatoes this year was like nil, nothing. It just They came on so late in the season that by the time they were setting fruit, it was well over 100 degrees in here. And at that point, your pollination just stops and it wasn't worth it. We did get a lot of harvest though. We bought a hybrid, which I normally do an heirloom, but I bought a hybrid determinate tomatoes and they did fantastic. And we were able to get sauce put up, tomato soup put up, barbecue sauce put up, so many different things with tomatoes put up for the year. So we're set on that. But I'm hoping if I save a few, once these temperatures drop, maybe we'll get a couple extra fruits. And I love fried green tomato sandwiches with goat cheese, so maybe we'll get some there too. You can see a green wall behind me. In past years that has been loofahs, but now this is perennial goji berries. Those goji berries start with a beautiful little flower. And then this time of year, they start becoming abundant. So I am really excited for all the purple flowers. But this has definitely been one that has needed a lot of maintenance and trimming it back, because it is just thriving. I have not done it in a month, and you can see that it's already covered our fan, which then, you know, also affects, are we getting it cooled down in here every day when that fan comes on? Nasturtiums are starting to come back abundantly. We are back to the front. Some diseased tomatoes and some abundant tomatoes, so we will see. And then this is a lemon verbena gone crazy. Butterfly pea flower makes a beautiful tea. Depending on the pH, it's either blue, purple, or pink. And we are hopeful for some more cucumbers once the weather gets a little bit colder. Nice and quick today. May you all have a magical autumn season ahead. We'll see you back here at the winter solstice.